Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Tuesday night, and we are live and in effect as a report to you from behind this plastic microphonic device with none of my brain tied behind my back because I need every single square inch and every single cell just to keep up with you guys. And again, I apologize again for my voice. Got the old COVID thing happening here, and it is lingering in the old throat and lungs. So I apologize again in advance for the videos and for the broadcast, but I appreciate all of you all being here with me tonight. A good crowd already here joining us as we go through what we do usually on these weekdays, that is Tuesday and Friday. We're just responding to your comments, interacting, taking some calls from some scammers, and we are expecting a lady scammer to call us here soon. And if we get real desperate, I know of my backup that I can call, old Tony Wild, to have a good time with him, but but there we're at. All right, so let's get right into some of these comments. We've got Ellie says, interesting, thank you so much. That was about New York City. People are going crazy for gold there, and I'm not sure. Tomorrow morning's video might be a little something different with regards to gold. Appreciate it. Good to see Pamela Price. Thank you so much. My voice sounds better, but I'm still coughing and hacking up a lung. So I apologize for that. Zardoz there. Thank you, Zardoz. Appreciate the algorithmic emoticons here on that live stream. Stack on high. There you go. We stack on. That's the way we do it. But you don't know. We got to be careful, though, because we are in a market bull run. And you know what happens with bull runs? There's a correction that comes our way. We don't know when that's going to happen, but it could happen. Or it could keep going up even higher. But I do strongly believe that if the correction does happen, we're going to see higher prices than we have, much higher than the previous corrections from the previous two bull runs we've had. All right, let's see here. We've got this from John. I want to take back this country, buy silver, break banksters. Well, yes, that's true. But remember, silver is great to hold in your hands, to stack. But it's really more effective if you can use it as in commerce, and that's something that many states have legislation that has passed, and where they're making a silver legal tender again, for sure. Very good. So we'll see what happens there. Harry Carpenter, howdy, hello to you. Good to see Harry Carpenter is with us here. Good to see you guys. Cybercurrent Twitcher is here. Good to see you. Hawkaloogie, Lidford is here. Littlefoot is here. Welcome, one and all. Glad you're here with us tonight. And let's see here. Matt Bittner with an algorithmic glass of milk there, it looks like. And we've got Green Going On says, they will try every trick in the book to get the prices down. Well, if you saw my video that I posted this evening, there was a trick. It looks like that was done, but it may have been tandem with something else. But it was a pretty blatant act that occurred over at 3 a.m. That's right. This morning. It was crazy. Happy 21st anniversary to Mr. Silver Honda and Mrs. Silver Honda. Yes, indeed. He does not need gold because he's got a golden lady. Mrs. Silver Honda is awesome. Happy anniversary to you guys. Good to see you guys. Lisa Anderson is here. Mike W. is here. Good to see you. All right, nice to see some new folks here. Stacking silver and gold. And let's see here. Mario says, thanks, Sal. Thank you so much, Mario. We're going to get into some other comments from today's videos here in a moment. Brands says, patiently waiting on the Big Dipper. That's right. And what's that going to look like? I'm not sure. These are interesting times. We've had multiple days above $50 an ounce. I think that means that we're getting not near the top yet, but I think we could see the top, and it may be next year. I don't know. The Bank of America has made a prediction I talked about in a previous video, but you know how these big bankers are, so we have to see what happens. But no matter what, though, I think that the other side of what we're witnessing now, the chaos of the silver market, the other side is going to be higher prices than what we've seen before. And I think that's what I'm looking forward to. Yes, indeed. I'm going to be probably talking about that in a video. Not right now, but I'm going to be watching things, riding and taking it in, and reacting But one thing is for sure: as we react not out of fear, but out of faith in what the silver has been for thousands of years. And there's more to silver than just its price, for sure. William is not selling. Yep, and I'm not selling either. Jose, good to see you, Jose. Welcome. Good to see John Knox is here. And a lot of good folks with us tonight as we peruse our way through the broadcast, answering some of your comments and interacting with you, taking some scammers' calls when they call in. And let's see here. We've got IMY of XY. And Gaza won't affect metals prices. Maybe if Russia-Ukraine issue gets resolved, but that's not going to happen. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't look like it's having much effect, at least at the downside in the silver and for the silver market for sure. But yes, Russia-Ukraine issue gets resolved. That's a different story. Let's see here. Very good. Let us take another slurp of some coffee here. And take a move up here and see what we've got with Rob the Stacker. Goes in here and says, the past 3 years, I've been buying silver in small amounts with the exception of a kilo, and everything else is showing a profit. I still own silver from the past 35 years as well. That's awesome. That old silver, is something about it. When I pull out old silver that I bought 35 years ago, it really just gives you some perspective, man. I tell you, makes me glad I held it for that long. That's for sure. All right. All right. And let's see here. Edwin Tan says, having shown the prices from yesterday, it's pretty amazing what a difference a day makes. As we saw silver go up to $53.50 some odd cents today. Earlier in the day, very early in the day. William Curry says here, from a contrarian standpoint, there are way too many talking heads talking about and expecting a pullback from here. If I were to bet and don't sell my stack, I'd put money on $50 being the new bottom, and pullbacks will occur from higher. But what do I know? Well, your guess is as good as mine, William Curry, but I'm telling you that $50 is not going to be the new bottom, I don't think, once we get through all of this. I believe that it's probably going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of $35, $40 maybe, who knows? But it just depends. Depends on how on what happens. But remember, look at what we saw with nickel. There was a massive problem in the nickel market, pretty much the same type of deal, and it got resolved fairly quickly. Now, silver is more complex than that, I think, in many ways and avenues, but and there's a lot of things that have been building up with the silver market for really the past year, especially with regards to threats of tariffs and silver moving from London to New York and not all of it going back yet, but with some of it going on planes, I think that's going to they're going to process. These refineries are going to catch up eventually. So it's a euphoric state for those of us who have been waiting for $50 silver a long time, but I do not expect it to stay above $50 from here on out. I just don't. All right, Paul says, is this peak euphoria for a sudden rush into gold? Does it pretend an imminent crash or the crash of the U.S. dollar? I don't think it means a crash of the U.S. dollar anytime soon, no. And it is euphoric, and there's a lot of emotion, and I'm caught up in it too, but I got to check myself as well through this. I want to be realistic, but I'm excited. But I want to be as realistic about it as possible because, like I said, we've been here before, just not in the same way. But sooner or later, things are going to normalize, like my taste buds. Because right now, this coffee tastes a little bit like skunk piss, the urine of a skunk. And so hopefully that will normalize. I think maybe, I don't know, I hope my taste buds come back sooner than the normalization of the silver market is what I'm hoping. Angel Eyes says this. I tried to save my sweet granddaughter's life. I sold 1 ounce of gold, now on social insecurity. Buying it back may be impossible, but she may have cancer, but we are fighting not to let cancer. Well, I pray that she doesn't have that, and we're just keeping you in prayers, but God bless you for rooting for her and everything. That's horrible. I hate to hear that, but we pray that she doesn't have it and that she heals 100%. We pray for 100% healing for your granddaughter. All right. And let's see here. Cold Dead Hand says this, and I quote, he says here, I had a friend when I was a teenager that used to go prospecting in the California hills. He would sometimes come back from a weekend with an ounce of nuggets. Wow. That was $180 back then. Wow, amazing. And I imagine probably most of those hills have been picked over, but hey, you never know. That's pretty amazing, though. Coming out of the hills with an ounce of nuggets, that's pretty incredible. There you go. Welcome. Good to see you guys. All right, let's see here. And we've got this from Mark Hazley from the last broadcast here that we had, the Sunday night special market watch. By the way, we're going to check the prices here in a moment. I'm just kind of curious to see what's going on. Haven't been able to add to my stack due to life circumstances last couple of years, but I was able to switch my RA focus to gold, silver miners because my stock pick of the year, because of their Grotto silver miner buyout. All right, rediscovered in mid-July. So there you go. All right, and it sounds like he's done some good research on the miners, and that is important when you're investing in them for sure, is to make sure that you know what you're getting into and that the health of the organization is paramount. And so, yes, indeed. Very good. All right. We've got Rob Prep says here, I want to buy some silver in Canada, though through TD Precious Metals, all the silver is now unavailable to purchase. Wow, through TD. Interesting. Well, there's plenty of online dealers. I think Silver Gold Bull up there will have some. Yes, indeed. By the way, if you're in the United States, primarily, I think they do ship to other countries, but you're going to pay a premium. Check out Summit Metals, their channel sponsor. Great company, excellent customer service, and very fast shipping as well, too. And good stuff over there. One of the fastest growing dealers, and they are killing it. So check them out. Ronnie Paul says, enough with the silver. Dealers offering 90% of spot and refiners declining junk silver and rounds. That's right. That's exactly what's happening. Been talking about that for sure. All right. Ronnie Jones says here, let's see. A lot going on. Never a shortage of anything happening for sure. This will be a huge driver for gold. If China locks down their metals America needs for TVs, auto, and being able to make our missile cell phones, Chinese special metal that they hold, the majority of China-controlled countries, will cripple America. That's why Trump put 100% tariffs on China. China holds the upper hand. Yes and no, but you're right. They do hold a lot of critical minerals there. But that's why we're going to be setting up a lot of mining here in the United States, and we're moving in that direction. Hopefully we've learned our lesson from that threat. We'll see what happens. But remember, those tariffs on China are going to hurt them a whole lot worse than what they do to us. There's other places we can get some of that stuff. I mean, not as obviously, and it will be painful for us to source other places, but nonetheless, Ukraine has a lot of sources. And that's one reason why Trump is trying to make a deal there. The Roadman, we learn the game, they short, we buy the gold. We buy and hold. There you go. That's right. And Silver Newt here chimes in with this and says, spot up $1.50. Says, Carter TTM squeeze indicator is in a price momentum squeeze for the weekly, monthly, and quarterly chart for silver. The quarterly chart, second price for the bar squeeze. Okay, so that's a technical lingo, but we'll see what happens. Third test at the $50 area. So silver's doing good. We'll see what happens. There's Silver Wolverine. Good to see you. Welcome. Jimmy is here. AJ is here. Steve LaPointe is here. Good to see JM Unleashed. Yes, indeed. Yes, and yep, and Summit Metals has been putting out some good videos as well, too. All right, very good. Let's get over here to the markets. Just curious. All right, silver is up on the trading day here. This is interesting. It's pulling back up again, up 14 cents right now. Gold continues to climb. Gold continues to climb here, up $13.30. So silver up 14 cents, 51.69 there. It got up to $53.54 in the last trading day. So yeah, there you go. Silverhawk says, I just started collecting silver. A bit worried it will crash. Understandable. That's actually good to have a little bit of that healthy fear, Silverhawk. I don't think it will necessarily crash, but we should always be prepared for a big pullback if that happens. Always be prepared that could happen. Gen X Collectibles is here. Good to see you. Welcome. And the other Gen X is here too. Good to see you guys. All right. Glad to see you. All right. And so there's where it is. The markets indeed are moving here tonight. And but we're not going to visit those as often as we do the Sunday night market watch. But interesting times indeed for silver. Gold is heading for 5K. Yep. That's what the Bank of America says. See if that happens. Jeff Keller on the video about the LBMA says price shot up $30 when they were importing all that silver to the U.S. because of tariff fears, and now it's shooting up because of it going back to London. Too many paper contracts and not enough silver to cover. Just hope when it settles, price doesn't crash. Yep, I know. I don't. I hope not either. Of course, depending on what your version of crash is as well. Good to see old Raleigh. Welcome. Thank you, James Unleashed. Good to see you guys. All right. All right. Have a good night, Silver Honda. Wishing you guys your happy anniversary, by the way. Let's see here. And Siegel says, hi, I'm in Sydney, Australia. And let me tell you, the lines outside most golden shops and outlets to buy and sell are unbelievable. I believe stock in both gold and silver is running out, and you need to back order. Gold and silver are going up fast. Indeed, they are. It is a pandemonium across the world. Many different areas, for sure. It's hard to keep up with what's going on. But it is a lot happening. Appreciate you all being here with us tonight. A good crowd here as we cover some of the topics that you're commenting on the videos. And we stand ready if any scammers call us, and they're supposed to call us, and they haven't yet. Morris Monet says, New York City is on the verge of electing a communist for mayor. Many wealthy people are piling in the gold for that fact alone. Well, yeah, I guess that, the one could make an argument for that, but remember, the mayor does not set tax policy for the state. I don't know that they can add fees and stuff like that. I don't know, but in order to get free rent, I don't think you can do that. For rent-free places or rent caps and stuff like that. But it is still very, very much a problem hiring a communist for a mayor, for sure. And you're exactly right. That's what it is. All right. Cameron Hickey, Chinese silver bars, probably just chocolate bars wrapped in, in aluminum foil. Yeah, a lot of people do question the authenticity of a lot of stuff that comes out of China. Proverbs, my favorite book of the Bible. All right. And let's see here. T.Y. Ministre, okay, the French there. Thank you. And Russia. Thank you. Let's see what that says real quick here. Threat of war in the West because Europeans provoking Russia. Well, there's not any Europeans provoking Russia. Russia's provoking the Europeans by flying in their airspace. That's the problem. All right, let's see here. Godzilla Garage for this algorithm. Yes, thank you. Appreciate that. All those help for sure. Really appreciate it. Not first today. That's all right, Stephen Newberry. I'm just glad that you are watching as we move up here pretty quickly. And no problem selling is something for the kids to figure out. There you go. And get down the line. But it's good to educate the kids, too. Let's move on up to some of today's videos. We'll revisit some of those. This is from this morning. A big bank makes shocking forecast for gold and silver in 2026. Mike Busey, 8690, says, love Sal and agree with what he said about government spending. But while the technical definition of inflation may be the government printing more money, he's wrong about tariffs not being inflationary. They absolutely are. Several factors can cause inflation to go up. Printing is only one of them. Well, the thing is if you're just talking about the inflation of prices, yes, but inflation is with regards to, it's really the truest definition of the word is indeed more of something, and it dilutes the value of something else. Tariffs are taxes, and all that does is really cause people to pay. And but it's not money that's created out of thin air. It's money that is real money in the economy, if it's the world economy. So tariffs are not inflationary. That should not be used as an inflationary. Now, the consumer price index is a measure of multiple different factors that causes prices to rise, inflation being a big part of it. But inflation is at the fault purely of the government and the Federal Reserve. Those are the two entities that are at fault for inflation, not taxes or tariffs. So I'm right about tariffs not being inflationary. They are not inflationary, not whatsoever. You'd have to provide evidence to the fact, unless you're using some twisted statistics or numbers to conflate different things. But remember, inflation is the printing of money out of thin air. That's it. We cannot cause inflation. We cannot stop inflation. And if you're not printing money, or you're not burning up money or taking money away. All right. Patriot Torres, higher silver and gold prices is bittersweet. In my opinion, if the PMs go higher, that's a gauge for our economic system and could indicate trouble. If it's in trouble, then things are changing and not for the good. Yeah, there's a multiple different factors here, but right now, the move above $50 silver is not because the economy is in trouble. It is because of a supply issue with regards to enough silver to back up the paper markets, and also long-term effects of supply-demand issues are exacerbating it. Inflation is a part of it, but not for this recent uptick, and not for this recent bull run. We've had bull runs that have played where inflation has played a role, but the threat of the dollar crashing or losing value, you don't have to worry about that. The dollar is okay, insofar as that it's not going to go away anytime soon. It's going to lose value. It's bad money. It's unsound money. Silver is sound money, and silver may be overvalued now. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this all plays out. We don't know. We don't know what the conditions are going to be like once everything settles down, and it will settle down in due course. Vladimir Rakshoni says, I've kept scrolling past people swearing in Nixorius books, saying stuff they don't want us to see, but skeptical, but still tried. I'm actually annoyed I didn't read it sooner. Okay, I think this might be a spam comment. I have no clue what that means. Some of these spam comments come in waves. This is the only one I've seen of this, but I'm not going to delete it yet, but I have no idea what that means. All right, and now FNU clone, and now Jamie Dimon got his orders to tell the public to invest in critical metal minerals. JPM is a proud custodian of SLV shares in London, while LBMA can't seem to allocate physical demand these days. Yeah, and I wonder how much silver is to back up the SLV too. They've added more shares, as I talked about tonight, but we'll see. All right. Good to see Lulu Lucky is here. Welcome, Lulu. And let's see here. We've got this from Trabador Lascado. Let me get over here and make this effective. Says, my friend, how does tax not cause inflation? If you tax meat and the price goes from $50 to $100, that's inflation, brother. No, it's not. And you're conflating two different things. That is not inflation. That's price increases. Price increases. Inflation is like a hidden tax. No question about that. But taxes themselves are not inflation. The price goes up from $50 to $100 because of a tax is not inflation. Completely different thing. Absolutely 100 completely different. U.S. imports everything, and everything is being taxed. Isn't that obvious? The taxation is one of the main factors for your inflation. No, it's not. Hope the American working class stop being so naive and start doing something about it. Well, yes, I'm not a fan of taxes, but taxes are not inflation. They're two completely separate things. People got to understand that. Inflation is caused by one thing only, and that's the printing of money that we don't have. And that comes from what? Government spending money that we don't have. So we continue to incur debt and deficit spending, and to soften the blow of that, the M2 money supply increases. And that M2 money supply is something that we are starting to see go up again with quantitative easing, or easing of some sort. You want to call it quantitative, but the M2 money supply is picking up. That's inflation. Taxes cause prices to go up. No argument with me there. But there's a definition. It's different. And the reason why they're doing this, why they're conflating the two, is it's another jab at Trump. Because they're saying that way they can politically say in the midterms that Trump is causing inflation with these tariffs. Wrong. It's completely 100% wrong on its face. Yes, you can criticize Trump for the tariffs. No problem. But criticize him because it's a tax. But they won't do that. Why? For another political reason. Because they are the tax party. The Democrats are the ones that want to raise your taxes. And that's the problem. And so that's where that comes from. So they don't want to do that. They want to call it tariff and make that inflationary, but it's not. All right, let's see here. We've got Nathan Brunn. It says here, let me get over to this. He says here, the amount of ignorance on how bullion business work is insane in this comment section. Clearly, none of you has ever operated a business in this industry, and it's odd that you would make declarations with such conviction about something you do not understand. We're all running out of money because liquidity has been pulled out of the economy by high interest rates, which was the intention of the rate hikes. Wholesalers have been taking longer to pay for bullion. We have shipped them. Customers keep coming in to sell, and we don't have the money to hold it onto it. Money doesn't grow on trees, and we can't just write customers IOUs. But that may be some of what us are starting to do, offloading the bullion for the customer, and the customer will have to wait to get paid once we do. Yep, and I've seen an example of that. My local coin shop has pretty much kind of said the same thing. They are still will take your sterling, your silverware, and your other silver products, constitutional, what have you, but they're going to hold it for you and give you an IOU if and when they can get it sent off to their refiners or their wholesaler. But they're not going to pay you until they get paid. So that's exactly right. And there's a lot of complexities in the silver market and the bullion business for sure. There's a lot we don't know. There's a lot I don't know either. I just pass on what I've heard, what I've read, and who I've talked to that are in the business. But even so, there's still a lot more to it that I don't know either. Derek Welsh says here, do you really believe that $50 in 2011 only equates to $72 a day? Well, according to the official CPI numbers, that's about right. Most people are reporting that it's closer to 180 today. Who? I've not seen anybody. Who's your source? I think I prefer to believe their figures. Well, you can prefer to believe their figures, but who are they? I've not heard anybody say that that $50 in 2011 is that. You get to use the, you can use shadow stats or whatever, but if you look at official CPI numbers, that's what I go by. And even though they stopped reporting, they've changed how they report that. It's the measure we use today. And so that's what we're looking at there for the numbers. So I would love to see, maybe you're using shadow stats. I don't know where you get those numbers to figure that out. But nonetheless, we just know it's a lot more when adjusted for inflation. Rafa Hathbegum says, here in India, no availability of physical silver at brokers or jewelry shops at all. Wow. All of them ran shortage of metal, and those who have physical silver, they are selling at very high prices. Wow, okay. But who's buying them? I want to know who's buying them and where they're selling them to. That's what I want to know. Ron Murphy, I have a different opinion. I think tariffs are inflationary in an economic of net consumers, not net exporters. The U.S. will never be a net exporter. No matter how you slice it, no matter how you talk about net consumers or exporters, it's not inflationary. It's not inflationary whatsoever. It is, anyways, I've explained all that before. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. Let's move ahead here. and see what we've got happen with the next. None of the scammers called me. I'm going to see if I can call back the one lady scammer if I can find her number. Let's see here. Where was it? I can't tell if the ones that I've picked up or not. Let me try this one here. Let's see here. I'm going to look and see through the log.
Please leave your message for 31876.
Let's see here. Let me try this one here. How long was on that one? Okay. Okay, I was in this call a little longer. Let's try this guy. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, I got a call from this number.
Yeah, this is Jimmy Island Credit. Are you still looking for the loan?
Yes, I'm still looking for a loan. Yes, I am. Can you help me with that?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. Great. Okay.
How much are you looking for the loan?
For the loan, I would like to get $120,000, please.
$120,000. Okay.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm currently out of the office.
Okay.
Do you have time tomorrow?
Well, I'm out of the office too, but this is probably the best time for us. Let's discuss this because I think this is intriguing. I'd like to be. Oh, wait a second. He hung up. This is not good.
I'm sorry. The person you are trying to reach has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Please try your call again later.
Let's try it right now. Let's not try it later. Man, how rude. All right, let's try the other one here. I'm trying to think of what time it was here. Where are we at here? Okay. Yeah, the other lady's not going to call. Let's try. I can't believe that guy. Let's try this. Kaylin Gomes.
31714.
Dang it. No luck. All right, now do I try to call the other guy back? That's really annoying. What do you think? Should I do it? Press 1 if I should call the annoying guy back, and 2 if I should just forget about it. Because I have to scroll through here and try to find the guy. I've got his number up here. 1 if I should call him, 2 if I shouldn't. And let's get to another comment. Heritage Stacking. I sold 300 maples and bought a backhoe for my business. Best thing that I have gotten from holding for 25 years. Bought a 925, sold at 75. Each? No, you didn't sell for $75 each unless you live in Canada. Have more, but I'm entering my retirement years. I need tools and no debt. Well, that's great. That's great. All right, one. We're seeing lots of ones here. So here we go. All right, let's call up old Tony. Tony Wild. Let's see if it happens. He should answer right away. I don't like this 3 ring thing where he waits 3 rings to answer. This is not good. Not good at all. Good all. Come on now. Why isn't he answering?
I'm sorry. The person you are trying to reach has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Please try your call again later.
All right. No luck with any of these scammers. This is insane. Let's try this scammer. No luck with any of them. It's crazy. Now it's...
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, yes, who's this?
Yeah, I got a call from this number.
Okay. Are you a business owner?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And how much money are you looking to borrow?
Well, who are you first?
Oh, I'm with Quantum Strategy Partners.
You jumped way ahead there. You jumped like 7 levels of ahead there. You know what I mean?
Hold on one moment. What did you say?
I said you jumped way ahead there. You're asking how much I need to borrow. I don't even know who you are, what the company is.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm with Quantum Strategy Partners.
Quantum Strategy Partners. Interesting name.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
I just worked there.
You just work there, okay.
But yeah, through our partner Lending Tree, we had gotten your number and been told that you were looking for funding. So
Right. So Lending Tree found my number somehow and passed it along to all the loan scammers. Okay, interesting.
Well,
Right.
Lending Tree told us that you had actually asked them for finding out about funding.
Okay,
So,
okay. All right. Now I see. Okay, very good.
I don't know if they're telling us the story or not, but yeah, if we can help get you funded for your business, we'd be happy to help you.
Very good. I just took a slurp of some coffee, and by the way, it's a written rule. It is written in the Constitution that when you take a drink of coffee, you must slurp. It is a requirement by law, by constitutional law. Can you name the section of the Constitution where that is in, that you must slurp your coffee when you drink? Can you name it?
No. In the slurp of rice, I don't know.
It's a slurp clause in Article 17, Section 2. The slurp clause, Article Section 17, Slurp 2. Right. Okay. Anyways, back to the loan. And what's your name, partner?
My name is Tim, and what's yours, my friend?
My name is Mudd, actually, believe it or not. You know who Roger Mudd was?
Yes, I know Roger Mudd.
Yes, I was named after him. My first name was Mudd, and my last name was actually, believe it or not, my last name is Roger. So Mudd Roger. Yeah.
Roger Mudd in reverse.
Yeah, exactly. Completely, not only in reverse, but also backwards.
Right.
Yeah.
Your family had a good appreciation of Shrek.
Exactly, that's right. They loved Shrek. They thought it was a great movie. They loved Mike Myers. Yeah.
No, Trek, Star Trek.
Oh, Star Trek, yeah, that too. Oh, yeah, they loved it. That's right. They were on Spock. Yeah, exactly. They were also Primus fans as well. They were also Primus fans.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I love South Park, so.
Yeah. Boom, yeah.
What kind of business do you have?
Well, we are in we're in the fecal matter business, okay? So what this is what we do is we take fecal matter and we sanitize it with silver ions so that there's sanitation. So go through the sanitation process, and every time the poo comes down through the cavities of the sanitary sewer system, we line the pipes with silver, and it's a proprietary process so that the poo, it comes out clean on the other side, and it can be easily transferred and processed, and it gets it back into the clean system again. But we have a problem, though. Silver prices keep going up, and we need the silver. We need to freeze the market so that we can get it there, and we make sure that we can do that. If we can affect change to make this thing happen, then we will prevent Kenny from dying at the end of every episode of South Park.
Sure,
Okay.
Sounds good. So let me
Thank you.
send you an application, and we'll be good. Have a good day.
Wait a second. Hold on a second. Let's get him back on the line because I haven't tell him that about my crappy job. That's right. Keep mustard biscuits.
Hello, Richard?
Yeah. Hi. Hello.
Richard.
Yes.
Hi, Richard. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing? My name is
What can I help you with?
My name is actually Mudd. We got disconnected there for a moment. Mudd
No,
Roger.
it's okay. I'm going to send you an application.
Yeah, but
and,
we didn't discuss further where we go from here. You didn't react to the Kenny thing, how to bring normalization of the world.
No, that's okay.
Why
All
is it
right,
okay?
Have a good one.
Well, hold on a second here.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah, hi.
Please leave your name and the best time to call you at the tone.
He sounds like Tiger Stacker. That's weird. Anyways, let's see here. All right. Mudd Rogers. Very good. All right. Richard. All right, very good. We'll leave that guy alone. Let's try Tony again. Of course, it figures I don't have Tony. That's the, where is it? Okay, here we go. Let's try Tony one more time. I'll give it one last. Yeah, I know. Sorry about the coughing. It's been hanging with me, this cough. My throat's not sore anymore, but every time I talk, I cough. In the videos, I gotta edit out all the coughs. It's crazy. Let's see here. We're gonna give it one last community college try here.
I'm sorry, the person you are trying to reach has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
Okay, here comes the scammer.
Please try your call again later. Goodbye.
Hello?
Hi, I'm so sorry about that. My phone died.
Oh. That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes. How may I serve you today?
Okay, so we were talking about the loan. You said you needed $120,000.
Right. Yes. And did I say what it was for?
No.
Okay. Well, what we want to do is we're in the sanitation business. Okay. And what we want to do is, because there's a lot going on with all kinds of threats of diseases and viruses and all kinds of uncleanliness, is we want to be able to make sure that whenever there's fecal matter that goes through the sanitary system, that we protect it. And we do that by coating the innards of the pipe with silver ions to kill all the bacteria and all the yuckiness from the silver. I mean, from the poopy, from the fecal matter. And but the problem is the silver's price has gone up like crazy. And so we gotta get us some silver before it goes to $100 per ounce, which I fear could happen. You know what I'm saying? Right now it's about $51 and change an ounce. In fact, I can tell you exactly what it is right now. Hold on a second here. Waiting just a second. Got to get my mouse back here. Got to find out what's happening. Frozen up here. Here we go. Okay. It is $51.53. It's down 2 cents. Down 2 cents in the Asian market. So we need to capture that silver so that we can get the poop and the fecal matter nice and clean as it slides through the sanitary pipes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So we need money for the silver, and then we can start making the PVC pipe, having a special process to powder coat it with silver ions and molecules. And, well, they're not molecules, they're atoms. But, yeah, we got to make that happen.
Okay, what do you make monthly?
Well, aren't you impressed with that? That's a proprietary thing. I don't want you to tell anybody about it, but doesn't that sound pretty cool? Wouldn't you say that's a pretty exciting venture? Business?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool, nice. I just kind of want to bask in that in a moment, because I've always wanted the crap to come out clean on the other side. It's something that I've always been wanting to happen. Kind of like Andy Dufresne when he came out there and reached his hands into the sky and broke free from Shawshank. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He crawled through a sewer of poopy and came out clean on the other side. It's proprietary poop. So, and what am I bringing in monthly? You're going to love this. I'm bringing in $98,000 a month. That's $98,000.
That's great.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah, do you have any open loans?
I do not have any open loans. My life is a closed book. I don't really share much with people. I will tell you about what I had for breakfast this morning, my deepest, darkest secrets, what keeps me up at night, what keeps me asleep during the day, what I fantasize about, what kind of boobies I like. I will tell you all those things, but other than that, I'm pretty much a closed book.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Do you have any prior defaults?
Well, let me see here. My default is the go-to. I don't really have any prior defaults or any other criminal activity, except for that one time I was caught jaywalking. Yep, I crossed the street with a guy named Jay, and I got arrested for it. I thought that was, he said, no jaywalking. And so that's the last time I'll ever do that. I'll never walk across the street with anybody named Jay again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. Okay, so when are you looking to get this loan on the table?
Well, I don't necessarily need it on a table. If you could put it on a desk, like one of those Resolute kind of executive desk, that would be great. But it does not need to be on a table. But I'd like to get it probably within the next 7 to 10 business days. Is that possible?
Yeah, well, we can. I'm not in the office right now, but
Okay.
I can get the offer to you tomorrow.
Oh, okay, great.
Is
Now,
that great? Yeah.
once the offer gets to me, then what does that pertail? What happens after that?
All right, so I just need you have your last 4 months bank statements?
Yes, I do actually have those. I happen to have them on my handy. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right, would you be able to send me those?
I probably would be able to. I could probably have my girl fax them over to you, or I could, or I can mail them to you.
Email would be fine.
Email them. Okay. All right. Well, that's a possibility. That might be something that could be conceivably conceived. You know what I mean? As possible, or copulated, or some sort of method in order to procreate those ricolas over to you. That would be great. Yes, indeed.
Okay, sir. So if I provide you with a email, you can send it over to those?
That's the one kicker. I would rather do it without having the email. Yeah, that's the one stickler in this. If we could find a way to make this thing happen without an exchange of an email address, that would work much better. Is that possible?
Okay, sir. We just need to see like money in your account.
Okay,
just
all
need,
right. I'll tell you what I'll do.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to head to the bank,
Okay.
and I'm going to head there tomorrow. And they're pretty much an open book there at the bank, and that's a term of endearment there. They will let me go into the back and the vault and open it up, and you can see the money. I've got mostly $100 bills there, and I'll take a picture and I'll text it to you. Will that work? That's the easiest, quickest way. I'll just have them open up the vault and I'll take a shot of the $100 bills. Their consecutive serial numbers, just printed by the Janet Yellen era. When I got those, yeah, and we'll get those things out to you and get you those pictures.
We don't need to see $100 bills. We need the.
Would you want me to have them given to you in 20s? Want me to get them? Would you like this? $100 is it's going to be much easier. $100 bills, $98,000. Yeah.
Sure. In order for us to give you the loan,
yeah.
we need proof of the bank statements. Unless
All right. Well, I have the bank issue a statement as well. I'll have them swear under oath that the money that you're looking at in the bank is mine and $100 bills. Now, I don't have any gold and silver in there. I do apologize for that. But I do have the $100 bills. I can have them move it to 20s if you want, which would actually stack up a bit. That makes it look like you got more money than you have because they're 20s instead of 100s. I could even do 10s or 5s, but they don't have room to do all $1 bills, all singles, okay? So that's how we could do it. I'll have them make a statement. I'll have them make a statement. I'll have them swear under oath with a penalty of perjury that the money is real and there. I'll make them swear to it.
Sir.
Yes.
No, I'm saying that's unnecessary. We don't need for you to do that. It's a faster process. All we need is the bank statements. Then we'll send the application over to you. You sign it, and then you have the loan, and then you pay it back monthly. The low interest rates.
Is that every single month or just one? And what?
Depending, you want the loan long term or short term?
Probably long term. We want the Ed Gein clause in this.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
You can do the Ed Gein clause, the dead skin mask clause.
What's that, sir?
It's the special banking rule that they came out with in 1958 after Ed Gein was caught. After the after wearing the mask of the dead lady who owned the hardware store. They made a different clause in there because, he pretty much wore her face on his face. And after he killed her. And then, he had other victims that he grave robbed. And so all that activity that Ed Gein had done during that time had caused a problem. and in the banking sector. And then in 1994, when Slayer wrote the song about it, actually that was 1990. That was when there was some banking crisis that occurred there, and Slayer was at the center of that. Especially with Jeff Hanneman, I think, wrote that song, or maybe it was Kerry King, and it upset the whole banking industry. So they had to do their thing to kind of get everything kind of aligned back again, and so that's why the Ed Gein clause is in there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So if I could get the Ed Gein clause with this to help protect myself from being skinned, I think that would be great.
We don't skin. We're
or fleeced. Well, we could get fleeced.
You wanna you have an iPhone?
No, I don't have an iPhone. I don't have that fancy technology.
Okay, I can when we're in the office tomorrow, I can put you on the phone with my senior rep.
Okay.
He'll be able to explain it like better than me.
Okay, no, that's great. That's cool. Well, let's do this. Have him call me on Friday at 6:15. Friday at 6:15, and I'll be more prepared then, and hopefully this cough will be out of the way, and I'll be in a better state of mind, and we can pin up that Ed Gein clause and get everything kind of working out there. Okay. Does that work?
Okay, but the bank will. I don't.
My bank is very cooperative. I promise you, they will cooperate. I'll make sure of it. You don't have to worry about that,
sir. All we need is the bank statements. Okay?
Right. We'll make sure we'll get those statements. That's for sure.
Before?
Yeah. We'll get it. We'll do it. We'll do it all. We'll work it all up. But have your underwriter call me at Friday at 6:15. And we'll get to the bottom of it. We'll also get to the top of it and everything in the middle as well. We're going to cover all the bases, even though we're not playing baseball right now. So we're going to cover bases that we've never been to before. You know what I'm saying? Including the pitcher's mound and the home plate, which technically is a base too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. All right. Well, very good. In the meantime, I got to go because there's this chick that I'd like to get to second base with that I need to work on. Okay?
Okay, no problem.
All right. Well, you have a good day. Thank you, sir. Talk to you later. All right. Bye-bye.
Okay. Talk to you Friday.
Thank you. Bye. All right. Now silver's back up again. Crazier things have happened. All right. Eric, 452. Says this. I just finished filling the 41 holes. There were two types of 221 at my Silver Eagle Atom 2021. If the premiums get high on the buy side, like they are now on the sell side, I may have to pop them out and sell at $61 per Eagle. That would be $2,501. I did pay a few dollars extra for the few of the dates, but not as much. All right, there you go. Yep. You got to pay attention to the market. What's hot, what's not. Not all silver is the same. We're learning that right now for sure. Big time. Not all silver is the same. Thank you, Jane Monlace. Had fun with that one. Thank you guys for putting up with me. And we've got Aaron Thomas, 68, says this. I'm not questioning you. I have a lot of respect for you, but there is no way they adjust for inflation correctly. $50 in the 80s is more like $150 in today's money. Just like they said, we had a 9% inflation because of CV19, when it's more like 70, 80%. Well, actually, if you listen to what I said, in the 80s, it was more like $200 some. Using the CPI numbers, Bureau of Labor Statistics, that is the easiest way to calculate. Yes, we're using numbers that many of us don't believe are totally accurate in terms of true measures of inflation. But nonetheless, it's the best thing we got. And if you look up the inflation calculator, well, you're going to get different things here. Bureau of Labor Statistics inflation calculator. If we go back to 1980 to August 2025, $50 in 1980 compared to August 25 is $208.21. So over $200. And if you look at that in 2011, what is that number? $73.56. John Knox with the first super chat of the night. Thank you, John Knox. Thank you so much. He says $4,000 gold, $50 silver, and best of all, 100,000 Salivate subs. Thank you so much, John Knox. I really appreciate that. 10 pounds. I hope you don't mind that I'm going to forego the push-ups tonight. I probably shouldn't be doing too much physical activity. I haven't exercised in over a week, by the way, even though I've had to move around a lot. But nonetheless, thank you so much for that, my friend. Appreciate it. The cough always stays the longest when I get a cold. In this case, it's definitely COVID because I've lost my taste buds. But I hate this. But anyways, thank you. I don't hate it so much for me. It's just I can't really effectively communicate with you guys with coughing all the time. And even in the videos, I'm trying to hold it back, and it's causing strain in the voice, and it's disruptive, and I apologize for that. But I can't take a break at the most important time of the silver market ever since this channel started. I cannot take a break and stop doing videos during it. So anyways, all right. Zix Road, Bank of America is not a silver stacker's friend, that's for sure. Never said they were. They are as bad as Citibank and the Bank of U.S. Government, J.P. Morgan, and silver shorting whales, all of them. Yes, that's right. Take it for a grain of salt and a level of skepticism that it could come entails with some of this stuff, for sure. You're right. Cybercurtain Twitcher, looking how quickly gold has climbed. The price currently is, I guess anything is possible. It sure is. I don't rule anything out at this point in time, although I do entail some caution that sooner or later things are going to normalize down the road. I just don't know what that's going to look like and when it's going to look like. All right. Eric says, if we're going back to the 1860s, how about reparations for the descendants of Irishmen who were essentially kidnapped off ships coming from Europe and forced to fight for the Union Army? Yeah, that's another thing too. Yep, exactly. Where does it end? The Chinese and the West as well too were basically slaves. Roger Smith, just wanted to say thank you. Been following your channel and stacking for a little over 2 years, gold and silver. Now I'm going for platinum and palladium. All right, way to go. That's awesome. Very cool. Congratulations. Good to diversify a little bit in the metal space. Gary Croft, trading naked silver is nothing new. They bank at most, not asking for their silver. It's been going on ever since banks were invented. They don't have your metals or your paper money. Yep, and this is why it's always good to have physical silver on your person, even if you can't really sell it at the point. That will be temporary too. Constitutional silver. In some ways, I'm glad some places aren't accepting it because I think it's one of those things that needs to be preserved. Yes, indeed. And Scott McNeil says here, I think it's interesting that before the spike in silver price, my LCS is selling ounces at 95 cents over spot. Now, since it broke 50, they're charging $1.35 over spot. They want to make sales or what? Yes, well, they're doing that because, and actually 95 cents over spot is a really good deal. And $1.35 probably is not too bad on a percentage basis. It means there's more activity, more happening for sure. All right. Yes, Jane Unleash, happy belated Thanksgiving. That's right. Thank you for that. Happy Thanksgiving Day in Canada. I think it's the beginning of October, if I'm not mistaken. Happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate you guys being here with us tonight as we continue to move through here. All right. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Anonymous MC. Wait a second here. Michael K. He knows everything about me, Michael K. Let's see here. He says, I've been smoking my whole life, and now I'm paying the price. Anonymous knows, and he knows. He knows everything. He works at hospice. He should know. Sure, yes, indeed. He's got total legitimacy. He works at hospice, Michael K. Don't question Anonymous MC. He's completely nailed what's going on with my throat. Wow. I'm amazed. He's like a savant, you know. He should know. Why? Because he works at hospice, everybody. He knows. Oh, boy. Crazy. Of course, I'm being facetious. Michael K., you know the deal. These people, they think they know everything. It's crazy. All right. Let's see here. Crazy. V. Fuentes, I hope the price plummets. Well, for buyers, that's what we hope for. Yep, I know, Michael K. It's crazy. We'll see what he has to say to that. So this is last year for proof silver at the San Francisco. Man, I've heard rumors of it, but not seen anything that backs that up. I don't know if that's for sure. The rumors of it, because they were looking at it as a and for the Doge thing, but I think that's how those rumors came out. But there's nothing that substantiates that the San Francisco Mint is going to stop producing proof silver. I don't think it's true. That's why I've not reported on it. So let's see here. All right. Trickaholic says silver printer goes burr. For as long as they can get away with it, silver will never reach its full potential. That's and that's true. That's why you got all these different contracts, and I haven't checked it lately on the debt clock, but you got hundreds of paper contracts for every ounce of physical silver, for sure. Good to see you guys. Welcome. Nene is here. Good to see Nene. Welcome. All right. And Just the Channel says, I'm new to silver stacking. I like this channel because it's more informative and less sensational. Sal does a good job, and I find some good comments here that help me make decisions as well. Well, most of them anyway. Thank you so much. Yes, appreciate that so much. It's a great community. A lot of good folks here. There's some good folks here that do know a lot, and there's other people who think they know a lot, like this anonymous MC. He thinks he knows stuff, but really he just kind of makes a fool of himself. That's all right, though. Very good. Oh, there's Michael K. has sent 5 Salivate Metal gift memberships across the bow. Thank you, Michael K. Appreciate that, brother. You are the man. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. All right. Let's see here. Andrew says, thank you for pointing this out. Went back to look, and you're absolutely correct. Just go in and make whatever you want. No sales needed. That makes me want to buy more. There you go. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see here. Very good. Rolando, how much physical silver and gold do you own? Search on my channel for full stack silver, full stack gold. That gives you an idea. Let's see here. That's all right. Let's see. And Richard says here, I want to trade some of my 90% into gold. That's not happening anytime soon. Yep. It's not happening anytime soon, but we got to be patient through these markets for sure. Yes, indeed. Here, very good. All right. And Ken Pov says here, funny, gold went down the same time as silver, but had a normal volume, although silver had little to no volume. Yeah, it's crazy. It's just it's madness what happened there. Really not fully explainable. Oh, see you then. I'll see you then at 8 a.m. All right. We'll see what happens at 8 a.m. Oh, man. Thank you, Michael K. I really appreciate that, brother. The super chats and channel gift memberships have been a little light lately, so I appreciate you doing that. It means a lot. Zaldemide says, get ready for the dip. These prices will decline by mid-February. Okay. Well, and even Bank of America predicts that we'll see a pullback before the prices rise back up to $65 an ounce. So, hey, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. All right. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. And let's peruse our way through the next comment here. See what we've got with this. Come on, I'll get my mouse back. From Spencer Clark. Says this. I watched a few hours ago on Bald Guy Money, in which he anticipated big money entities shorting prices to buy back in big time. Made me think that such opportunistic times would be precisely when normal people were asleep, as opposed to 24/7 automated purchasing. However, due to time zone differences, such a time would be based on the time zone in which the most influential market, which I guess will be Wall Street, Eastern time. I live in Australia, but often I'm awake at night, so I try to watch the market to test my theory or catch a bargain. There you go. But sometimes it happens in the middle of the night, too, like it happened this morning. That would have been a good time to buy. All right, let's see here. And Peapod, I saw it silver tanked 250 on the Hong Kong at 3 a.m. last night. Then silver's price went down an additional $1 in New York time at 8 a.m. It bothers me. I tried to see silver in terms of Silver, not US dollars. That's right. Measure your wealth in ounces. That's right. Wildcat, down $3. Boom. Then slammed all day. Gold ended up. Yes, that's right. The manipulation is never ending. It appears to be, at least to some degree, for sure. All right. Zephiel says, nothing strange here to see. Please move along. There you go. Silver LBMA. That's right. Still about $50 though. Love the Charlie Kirk tribute coin. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed that. Appreciate you checking that out. Hookah fish. Markets have to go down to go up and vice versa. This is nothing, in my opinion. Well, it is a big thing, hookah fish. Watch the video to find out why it was a big thing. Thank you, Jay Melise, for posting a link to those for Orlando. Appreciate that. Byrne says, I sold 2 ounces of palladium today. I paid like $900 for them. And I have 3 left. I don't sell much, but a little bit of these high prices since I paid a third on silver and gold. Right, there you go. Okay. Nicely done. Nicely done. Yeah, 2 ounces for that coin, Chama. Round, technically. It sure is. And we've got Peapod, backwardation when the spot price is higher than the futures price. Did I get that right? Oh, yes, that's right. The spot price is higher than the futures price. That's exactly right. Winston Wolf here. Oh. Says this. So I ain't buying, but London is selling 1 ounce silver Britannias for nearly £58. The silver market price, though, is nearly $39. That's a huge markup enough. London profiteering, Sal. London prices. That's right. Well, I don't know. The Britannias, you know, depending on when and how you're buying them, I think they're immune from. I always get this confused if they're immune from VAT, but you know, I don't know. But anyways, or if it's secondary market stuff that's not immune. So that you may be buying them new, and that's what that price is. You buy them on the secondary market to avoid that. Wildcat. China closed exports of gold and silver today. Many countries out of physical silver for sale. Yes. That's interesting. Interesting news. Also, Perth Mint. Australian Mint has no silver available. Crazy. Dig a little deeper, Watson. There you go. Dig a little deeper. TDR, I woke up to what 63-year-old men at 2:30 a.m. and saw it pushing 54. Then had trouble falling back to sleep. It was a wild night for sure. Money manipulators never sleep. That's right. So they don't. All right, Skip Ski 100. He says, I was watching this happen in real time. I got to the shower and the price was $33.55. Well, that was wrong. When I got out of the shower 10 minutes later, the price crashed about $2. I must have meant to say $53.55. I had to do a double take. Couldn't believe I was seeing. I knew we were overdue for correction, but man, yes, it's exactly right. All silver here has VAT, but Britannia's and any UK silver is not subject to capital gains. Okay, at all. Even secondary market stuff. Okay, very good. Thank you. All right. Very good. Thank you for that. And let's see here. Silver's gone wild. That's right. Steve C. It sure has. Roller skating SAG actor says this. The metals showed up at the LBMA from New York. If you had $10K to allocate in precious metals this week, what would it be? I've just received my 5 ounces at Spot Coins a few minutes ago. They're American Eagle rounds, and they're all beautiful condition. Congrats, Summit Metals. Nice. Congratulations on that, roller skating SAG actor. Hope you mentioned the channel when you did that. Very cool. And let's see here. We've got Shane Olson. Sal, off topic, seems as though we almost broke even on our Buffalo gold purchase. Congratulations. Way to go. All right. Well, on Anonymous MC, I hope your your trading prowess for buying Bitcoin and silver is better than your medical diagnosis. I hope that it's better than that, because if not, then you have lost out big time. Let's see here. Okay, let's see. And where are we at here? Quite an amazing day for silver and gold. Gold, again, gold. Didn't even report that gold reached another all-time high. It's just crazy. It almost seems like it's, a rinse and repeat for gold. It's just insane. Who could sleep? I kept watching to check the price. I understand that. Liquid electron. I've been waking at 3 a.m. for no apparent reason other than to check the spot prices. It's messing up my sleep patterns. Wow. So you witnessed it there indeed. All right, let's see here. We've got, I was awake and watched it pump and dumped. Usual Halloween pullback. All right, Super Saiyan. There you go. And we've got Wildcat. Says this. Finally had my wife ask me about investing in silver after her mom passed. She bought 3 2025 Eagle Monsters a month with 22K W mint marks. She's up 15K a month. All the years I've bought silver and held. She makes a first purchase and silver tears. Yeah, I know, I hear you. But for the silver you held, you're doing okay with. So that's great. Very, very good. Let's see here. The White Mamba 3000 says this. Let me get over here to make this effective. Silver is still massively undervalued at $50 and even $100. I just want to let it be known that silver is a long-term asset. In the year 2000, silver was $4.50 an ounce. Now it's at $51. This is roughly a price increase of 1,013.5% in 25 years. Not a bad return for that time, for sure. You're right about that. Considering, but yes, indeed. All right. We've got Amina. Lost $2,400 last night on silver due to the drop and my stop loss not triggering. Had I not witnessed to adding to the stop loss, I would have figured I made the mistake. This market has given me PTSD. Been the most stressful year of my existence. Wow. That's crazy. You must be a heavy trader, that's for sure. Have a good night, CCT. Thanks for being here tonight. And that was all in the paper markets. I think had you held physical, you probably would have been in a little better shape and bought using dollar cost averaging. Mayo Monkey. The powers that be tried to knocking it down, but it just coming back like a prize fighter. Ducked under 51 2 times and under 50, but it overcame. The manipulation is real. They printed ghost shares. Well, I don't think I saw it. According to what I saw, it didn't go below 50, but it's close to it. It's crazy. Unless it was just very, very small drop for a very short amount of time and they average it out. But usually that's milliseconds rather than seconds when that occurs. Bill 457 says here, they just got my small order, got in a 2018 S with a 2002 silver Kennedy proof and a 2026 year of the horse silver coin going up and down. The flow of the markets. Wow. All right. Congratulations on that order. All right. Let's see here. Let's get to see what we've got up the pike here with more comments. Richard Heron. Q's outside of the Perth Mint gold flying off the shelves there, getting very low on silver Perth Mint, seeing very large farm volumes. It's global. Wow, crazy. Show me the phantom ounces. That's right. That's what we want to see. Please read the ignorant comment from the bigot guy. I did. Did you not see my response? I loved your response on that, Mustard and Biscuits. By the way, I hearted your response on that. I did see it. Woohoo, Bank of America sucks. Indeed. They do. Not a big fan of a Bank of America at all. You're right. Ofupon says here, the banks struck back and tried to put out the fire. We will see what happens tomorrow. They didn't realize it, but they just bring attention to silver and make people want it more. That's exactly right. But stuff what I'm reporting on this channel will never make mainstream news. Yes, indeed. All right. Now, Robert, even after $4 premium to sell silver, I'm still up 29 bucks per ounce, taking little profit for the first time in 10 years of stacking. All right. Well, congratulations on doing that. Yes, indeed. All right. Where are we at now? Let's do this. Let's see here. All right. Just like in 2011, you people are fools. Who's you people, and what do you mean by it? This is not like 2011, by the way, but nonetheless. All right. There you go. He saw the Charlie Kirk video round. That's cool. Thank you for checking that out. All right, folks. Voice is getting strained again. And I still have to use it for my video for tomorrow. So I appreciate you guys being with me here tonight. And again, I apologize for the coughing. I'm getting better. Just the cough is the last thing that usually happens with these things. So it's always the case for me. And I hate it because especially when I use my voice for this channel. But anyways, thank you for putting up with me. Hope you have a wonderful evening. And keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care. See ya.